Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard is that's not what I intended. The scripture comes from, this is the children part. Oh, Adam and Eve. It's the children's part of my Bible. Oh, y'all, I got a new Bible. I'm gonna have to show it to y'all, but I'm waiting on them to hook up my Wi-Fi. It's a family Bible, so it is huge. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I find it ironic, 33, as I say that I found this in a thrift store before I got my house. And God was like, you get married, you're gonna be married, you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna have a new family. And I'm like, huh? And I find this Bible and I'm like, what? And it's like, it's crazy because it's new. Like, nobody has used it, but it's kind of messed up, by the I forgot what the outside part is, but that's not a hard fix. That's not the deal breaker for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it has the children's Bible, the New Testament, Old Testament. I just love it. But anywho, God said that's not what I intended. And the scripture that opened up is the story of Adam and Eve. So I feel like God said for somebody, it wasn't intended for you to be alone. It was not intended for you to be alone. It was intended for you to be with your husband. But, you know what I'm saying, the enemy came in between of God's plans. And because the enemy came in between God's plans, it is the way that it is now. And it's not to say that it can't change, but we all have free will. And if your person wants to allow the enemy to destroy y'all's relationship, then that's what it's going to be. It's not what God intended, but that's what it is. And, it was like, because it's not intended for, it's not good for man to be alone, first of all. Second of all, it's not intended for children to be raised in a home without both parents. And that's just what it is. God said that's not what he intended. But things happen. And things escalated. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's what it is. God said, like, it wasn't the way, it didn't turn out the way that it was intended to be. But because the enemy got in between whatever relationship, it fell apart. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like the enemy was after both parties. Whenever a real true kingdom connection happens, you have to know the enemy gonna be riding you. When you in a relationship with somebody you ain't supposed to be with, the enemy is gonna leave you all the way alone because you're not serving your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like the message I just did about a man that want to replace his girlfriend, his wife, his spouse with a prostitute. You can't replace your wife with no prostitute. That don't make sense. This must be, you got to be a child. You must be like 16, 20. You got to be 20, 25 years old. This show can't be no mature man, 30 or better, that's trying to make a prostitute his wife. He crazy. And you know what I'm saying? And even, further into that message, and you know what I'm saying, turning on your wife and trying to make her out to be, trying to create rumors and make her out to be bad and smear campaign her name so that you can make this prostitute look good. When it come down to it, she's still a prostitute. And the wife that you had, she's still the woman that she is. It's not the rumors that you create, like this somebody that created a bunch of rumors to try to justify their actions. God said that it's not how he intended it to be. In reality, if God was allowing you, giving you grace while you were messing around with all them prostitutes, it's only because he felt pity upon you. And he gave you a wife. Now, once he gave you a wife, ain't no need in you sleeping with somebody so they can give you food for free. Ain't no need in sleeping with somebody so, you know what I'm saying, to satisfy yourself, whatever it is you got. Like, it's like you have a wife. What are you doing? You don't need them. You need to leave them to the single men. Now, if you want to be single, then be single. But you can't have both, because that prostitute is still going to go out and do what she know. And that's what it is. While a wife is going to have a real job, that prostitute ain't, like, what else is she? I'm just being real. And I'm just like, I just feel like, and that's the fact of the matter. God said, even if this person was to say, okay, I'll stop, I'll do this, I'll do that. Baby, come on now. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Like that, like that's what it is. Like, you gonna do what you used to. When you the type of person, you used to being a housewife, you used to being stuck in a house, you used to just tending to your house and your kids, that's what you do. When you, and y'all already know, that's what your girl been up to for the past 10 years. Period. Period. Seriously. Me, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I go out every now and again, you know what I'm saying, when my son is not with me. But when it come down to it, that's like, I literally, I like every time, like both of my marriages, I was housewife. While I was with my son's father, I was housewife. I just, like, that's literally what I know. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks that I haven't found the person that God has for me. But it's not a situation where I'm selling myself or nothing like that. It's not a situation where I'm sleeping around or nothing like that. It's not a situation where I'm going out and trying to, you know what I'm saying, give myself away to everybody. That's not what's going on. But you know what I'm saying? And you cannot compete and compare somebody that is literally just trying to find their forever person with somebody that is just, God said he did not intend for it to be this way. It shouldn't be a situation where a man that got a wife at home is still chasing behind thoughts in the street. How are you paying your bills if you paying her bills too? And you know, in that case, it would make sense for this man to just go ahead and be with the prostitute, because if he gonna keep on dumping his money into her house, then he might as well go over there, because he ain't doing nothing but hurting his house. And that's just what it is. And like, you know what I'm saying? I know something like this would make me mad if I was to find out something like this was going on and I'm struggling with somebody. We struggling to pay the light bill. We struggling to pay the rent. We ain't got nowhere to lay our head. We don't know what we gonna eat today. We don't know what we gonna this, that, and the third. And they sitting up here giving away money. Whoever this is should be ashamed of themselves. That's pathetic. I'm serious. It is. It's pathetic. This man is so desperate. Like, I just feel like this is somebody that, it's like they desperate and thirsty while simultaneously not even needing to be desperate and thirsty. God says, this person, the reason that anything falling apart for them is because of their own actions. Because they refuse to behave the way that they are supposed to. This is somebody that don't behave like a husband. This is somebody that don't want to behave like somebody husband, somebody boyfriend, somebody man. This is somebody that want to behave like he's single. And he want his woman to behave like she married. And even if you were behaving like you were married, due to the fact that this man is cheating, he is going to assume that you're cheating. And anytime anybody say anything, he's going to be like, okay, she got to be doing this. I called her, and she can't say nothing about me doing this, that, and the third, because I called her. I just feel like when it come down to it, this person should have just been by themselves. It just seems so childish. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be with somebody, just say that. But God said he ain't intend for whoever this for. He ain't intend for you to be by yourself. Your person was supposed to be with you. But they chose what they chose. They chose to do what they chose to do. And it's really nothing nobody can do about it. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this.